Hi, lovelies. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sarah Martucci. I'm a psychic medium, certified crystal healer, paranormal investigator, all around fucking weirdo, y'all. I'm into some weird fucking shit. I'm actually into a lot of weird shit. And guys, this is the free weekly. This is where I pull 3 piles of cards. You pick any and all that you're drawn towards. I then interpret those piles, but first and foremost, we talk a little bit about something that I like to call astrofuckery. So you guys, this week is kind of like a build-up week, I kind of feel, to the new moon in Gemini that we have coming up on the 30th. That's going to be next week. But this week, we've got some planets changing signs. Thank baby Jesus. If you ask me. Now, on today, the 24th, when I'm recording this video, and thank you guys for the patience. Leah's feeling so much better. But today, the 24th, we've got Mars finally moving into the sign of Aries. So we're going to find that our drive, our willpower, our wants and needs for things are going to be amped the fuck up. It came from Pisces, where it was kind of debilitated there. Pisces is dreamy. You can't really hold on to it. It's otherworldly. It was debilitated there. So at this point, moving into Aries, its home sign, it's exalted. And people are going to be feeling exalted. They want shit right now. But listen, guys, we are still in the midst of Mercury retrograde. So now is not really the time to necessarily take action unless we're double checking everything. We're crossing all our T's, dotting all our I's. It doesn't mean that you can't, but this is not the most auspicious time. I feel like if you can kind of wait until the middle of June, maybe around the 18th, 19th, 20th, when that shadow part of the retrograde is over, we should be good to go, okay? So at least I want to say Mercury goes direct by June 3rd or 4th, I believe. So at that point, and don't do anything that day, because it's the worst when it goes retrograde and when it goes direct. Give it a couple days, and then you should be able to start taking action on stuff, or information should be coming in that maybe that you've been waiting on too. So right now, if you're like, you're ready to get this rig rolling, calm your tits for a second, okay? We've still got some more information together. We still got some more things to do. But Mars moving into Aries, people are ready to fucking go. So just be careful with people right now too. People are probably going to be a little aggressive. Maybe not only in their actions, like just be careful driving right now. And again, with Mercury retrograde, it also kind of looks at our cars and travel. Just be careful with people on the road. You might already be noticing that people are fucking nuts. So take your time, be easy, be as patient as you humanly can. Don't pop off when you want to. Cheers to that. Just take it the fuck easy. Now, on the 28th, Venus now moves into Taurus. So Venus in Aries actually wasn't doing great there. That's not her happy spot. Again, Aries is like, let's fucking go. I'm blunt. I'm to the point. Venus needs a soft place to land. And going into its home sign of Taurus, it's in this perfect place. So Venus in Taurus is like, it's sensual. It's very, food is a love language. We love food. Also too, we love the beautiful things in life. So there might be a reignition, I think, for a lot of maybe love relationships where things are kind of more calm now. We're not like going after everything that we want. We're able to relax a little bit. And also I think with Venus being in Taurus, we're able to better understand where our values are placed around our money and our love, our relationships, and beauty itself. So this week we've got some planets moving around, but it feels really good because they're all moving into their home signs. So they're going to be full strength, but also they're going to be maybe a little... Sometimes that Mars moon into Aries is hard to handle. So again, patience is a virtue here. Venus and Taurus is definitely going to remind us that patience is the name of the game when it comes to anything that we're going towards. So take your time. Don't rush ahead. Eat all the foods that make you happy. Listen to your favorite music. Maybe this would be a great time when Venus moves into Taurus at the end of the week on the 28th. Go get a new... set of clothes. Go get your hair done. Get your makeup did. Like, do things that make you feel beautiful and make you feel good. So whatever that is for you, self-care is key. And also, too, prepping for next week, shit's about to get real. Can I also say, too, this week, there's a feeling that, like, if somebody's bringing the crazy, just not today, Satan. Not today, okay? So don't be afraid to tell people no. Put up that hard boundary. Don't be afraid. I think that's important this week, especially as things are kind of moving and shifting. Maybe more things are coming to light. We're understanding where our needs, our wants, our values are, and where we can take action. So take your time. Go easy, go slow. And I'm done with fucking astrofuckery. If you are, all right, if you are too, follow me to the next screen. Let's see what the fuck the cards have to say. All right. right. And if you guys pick card pile number 1, here's your beautiful cards. Your first one is the Nine of Swords. You're like, Sarah, you're already a liar right out of the gate. What do you mean beautiful cards? Wait for it. You got a major arcana card, talking about major change, major evolution, major movement forward. You got the Empress. And then finally, you got another major arcana card. You got the Moon. Let's talk about it. So, look, I know the Nine of Swords just came up first, but this is kind of really talking about like our worst fears and worries kind of coming to fruition, or feeling as though maybe we're isolated, we're depressed, or maybe you're having like literal nightmares. Maybe there's something here about feeling like you're all by yourself. Honestly, that's kind of what this feels like. So this card pile makes me feel as though if we're sick of that cycle of like feeling depressed, we're isolated, we're all by ourselves, and it just kind of feels like our worst case scenario, or maybe something left us where we're feeling maybe a situation like within a relationship, or like, or maybe we didn't get something that we needed here. It was just like the worst case scenario thing that happened. We're just feeling like all by ourselves. The Empress and the Moon is asking you, if you want to get over that, you're going to have to take a risk here. You're going to have to be able to show up. It's almost like I want to say, do channel all your chaos and fuckery into the work that is important to you, or your like creative project, or there's something here like this creativity thing that speaks to you. Maybe this is even about like, because the Empress is ruled by Venus, maybe this is talking about like beautifying yourself and taking care of yourself, really tuning back in. And like, maybe even if you notice with the card here, like she's sitting here sewing clothes, like maybe buying new clothes and taking care of yourself, like doing something here to beautify you, feel like it's you again, getting back to you. And, or maybe this can even talk about like putting your work out there, letting people see your creative work, showcasing, taking this chaos energy, focusing it into the work that's most important to me, and letting, kind of like taking a leap of faith into the unknown around like, are people going to like this? Are they not? Can I say to you, the more that we stand in our power, the more that we are ourselves, the more that we put out our weirdo signal for our other weirdos to find us. Okay? So I feel like this week, if you pick card pile number 1 and you're feeling isolated by yourself, do something here to either like beautify and feel like you again, like get back into like your sense of who you are, or maybe this is more about like taking that energy and channeling it into the actual work that you do, where there's probably also a creative bent to this. Showcase it to the world. Let people see what you're doing. Stay in your lane and get your fucking shit done. Let your light shine that way. Fair? So I want to say this week, don't be afraid of taking a leap into the unknown. Don't let your fears and worries hold you back here too, because sometimes the Moon can talk about that as well. Fuck that noise. Showcase who you are. Show what you're about. This might even be about a glow up. So bring it. Titty shake all the way to the bank. All right, guys or girls, doesn't fucking matter. Fucking shimmy it out. Show up this week. Show what you're capable of. Show what you're doing. Show also to the work that you've been working on, whether that's yourself or whether that's like an actual creative project. Showcase it this week. I think that you're going to have a captive audience that wants to see what the fuck you're doing. You're going to shine like the light of the moon. People won't be able to look away. You got this. It's going to be okay. All right? All right. All right, and if you picked card pile number 2, here's your beautiful cards. Your first one is the Seven of Cups. Second card is the Ace of Swords. And your final card is the Queen of Cups. Let's fucking talk about it. So I actually really like this combination. This kind of makes me feel as though, especially with the Seven of Cups here, this is usually like a lot of temptations, a lot of choices, maybe even feeling like overwhelmed with all the options that we have in front of us. There's a lot going on, or I've got like a lot on the table, but coupled with the Ace of Swords, this is like clear perception, clear focus, maybe even a piece of information comes in this week's where you can finally make a choice. And I feel like that's really important, because also too, like you can be like daydreaming. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like too much, and maybe it's been really hard to fucking focus. So I feel like this week kind of gives us a chance to either refocus on what's important to us, or like a piece of information or clarity, communication, something comes in here that helps us really kind of focus where we need to be and what we need to be doing. And I feel like this has really a lot to do with the Queen of Cups here. I like to call her the Queen of Hearts. Essentially, this is someone that's romantic, nurturing, intuitive, empathetic. This is like an ultimate mother figure. So somebody that is, maybe we're actually dealing with a mother figure here this week. We don't, maybe par example. Our mother figure here, maybe we have to decide what to do or where to put mom. Maybe something's been going on with her health and we got to get her the right space. Maybe she needs to go to a place that can take more care of her. And it just felt like we had so many options. We didn't know what the best one was, but maybe something happens this week that gives us that clarity that we need in order to make the right decision for her. Another interpretation of this could be that you've had a lot of options on the table and it feels like finally something happens this week or communication comes through and you're finally able to say yes to this important female figure. So whether this is like a business contract, this could be a romantic relationship, maybe a friendship here, however this relationship kind of pans out, even though I do want to say again, the Queen of Cups is a romantic card. So to me, this kind of feels like a romance thing. So I feel like we're choosing the Queen of Cups. We're choosing the Queen of Hearts. Something comes through, some kind of information. Maybe we have a conversation with her this week and there's clarity around this. So just know this can work for business. This can work for love or friendship, maybe even family situations. Again, just feeling like we had too much in front of us. We didn't know what to pick. We were overwhelmed, or maybe we've just been daydreaming and we haven't been able to really focus on what it is that we want. But something this week comes through. This piece of information, this communication, maybe it's even just like a lightning bolt moment where like something, just a thought comes through and it's like, there it is. That's what I fucking needed. So listen for that clarity. Make sure that we're having those conversations, that we're really sitting down and we're listening to the other person too. And I want to say with this card, it's like a heartfelt card. So like whatever communication happens here, this is really coming from the heart. I feel like I can trust this woman. I feel like she's got good intentions and she really gives a shit. So whatever we're choosing this week, just know I feel like we're going towards somebody that is trustworthy, that's got our heart in mind too, that really does want to reciprocate here. I even want to say to you, this was a good choice. Okay, so again, pay attention to that information, pay attention to the world around you, or initiate this conversation if you feel like this resonates for you. Whoever picked card Paul number 2, congrats, because I feel like we're choosing our heart this week in a really good way. Yay for clarity. And finally, we got card pile number 3. Let's talk about it. First card you got is the Page of Swords. Second card you got is the Knight of Cups. And the final card you got is a major arcana card. Talk about major change, major evolution, major movement forward. You got the Chariot. Hooty hoo. For whoever pulled card pile number 3. The Page of Swords really kind of talks about being aware of a situation. To me, it always feels like a lookout. We've just been kind of quiet and watching and observing lately, just watching the situation for how it's going. Now, what I think is interesting with the Page of Swords, usually pages bring messages. So by our observing, by us watching, we have been kind of receiving messages, or maybe stuff is like been out in the ethers. We've been picking it up. Maybe this is like messages and signs and signals coming in and just letting us know that either we're on track, maybe music's coming through, or like butterflies are showing up, or bird. You know what I'm saying? So just paying attention to the world around us and what it's saying to us, because it feels like it's been drawing us towards the Knight of Cups and the Chariot here. So the Knight of Cups is usually a male that shows up on the scene. This person is chivalrous. This person is heartfelt too. This is a very, very romantic card. When it comes down to it, if this is representing somebody in your life, this is somebody that will always choose their heart when it comes down to it. So I want to just say too, though, with like the water element here, this is very slow moving, Mother of God, flanked by 2 cards that are very, very fast moving. So, especially with the Chariot, holy fuck. So I feel like something happens this week where it's like the signs and signals keep pointing us towards this person. And it's almost like, so either like maybe there's an important male figure here that we're saying yes to romantically, because traditionally this card is a romantic card, or maybe this is like the perfect partner in business that we're saying yes to, maybe even just whatever partner we're looking, this could be science class partner. Do you know what I'm saying? So whatever the fuck is going on here, the signs and signals have been pointing us in this direction. And it feels like this week we're just finally saying yes to it. We're finally listening to what our intuition and our heart is asking us, is calling us towards. And here, coupled with the Chariot, this is like, you find clarity, you find direction, and then the horses are fucking off. This is a card of victory and success, big time. But things move rather quickly. But they can't, not until we have a clarifying moment. Or, and a lot of times too, guys, Page of Swords, again, can talk about messages coming through. So maybe this is a conversation that comes in, or a sign and signal that's like, it's fucking go time, listen to your heart. So feel free to use that song. It's yours. Just know this week, this feels like, I want to say too, with the page, I'm sorry, with the Knight of Cups, heyo, he's facing towards the right. I know it's flipped for you guys, but he's facing towards the right, which talks about the past. So maybe this is a relationship or a situation that's come up a couple times. Maybe this is something that we've been thinking about for a while. This is not a new situation, whatever's happening with card pile number 3. So this is something we've either been returning to, or this is something that keeps showing up, or this is someone or something from the past coming back up for review at this point. We finally have the clarity. We know what we want, and things move rather quickly. So just make sure this week we're clear. We also know what our boundaries are, what we will and will not do, what is and is not acceptable. And I think with the page here, not only does it bring a conversation, or it brings those signs and signals, it brings, like, to me, this doesn't feel like a face-to-face conversation. Again, this feels more like the world around me is speaking to me. How am I picking up those signs and signals? And am I following that light where it needs to go? Am I really listening to it? So this week, if you got card pile number 3, listen to the signs and symbols, listen to the things that are happening around you, pay attention to the world because it's speaking to you, and it's asking you to listen to your fucking heart. Straight up, either about another person or about what it is that you want here within whatever your situation is. Once you find that clarity, fucking titties out. What, sun's out, titties out? You know what I mean? So just know this week, beautiful things are afoot. This really is about you tuning in and paying attention. There's also an eye towards the future with the Page of Swords here too. So remember, when we're making choices, slow but steady, with the Knight here in Cups, it takes a while. The energy is ready to go and it takes off, but I don't feel like maybe taking action around the situation is warranted yet. So again, wait until the middle of June. Or if you really feel like you've got everything together and you know what the fuck you want, then fucking do what you got to do. But just make sure everything makes sense. We're truly understanding what it is that we want. We're tuned into our heart. What is it saying to us? Follow that North Star there. You got this, guys. We got this. All right, you guys, I hope to God those card piles made sense for you. Any and all feedbacks helps me to grow. Middle fingers for no. Caw for yes. Thank you guys so much for letting me do this. I love you guys. Sorry for being a day late, but I'm never a dollar short. I don't know. Anyways, love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Let me know if it resonated for you. Bye, bye, bye.